you want to make sure everybody else also enjoys loving playing this game, and that requires a lot of effort on SBS's part, so big shout out to him.
So going all the way back to winner semis of their pool, HKP got his bell rung by Kekasal. Absolutely got mollywopped. But 3-0 over Cyberhex.
Yep.
3-1 over SBS, the esports manager god himself. 3-1 over Sparks. 3-1 over Danzello. And now 1 set away from punching his ticket into this top 8. Just a phenomenal run on his part. And one last final boss before he makes top 8.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, HBK had... It was... Who did you just run over? Just make sure I'm not repeating.
HKP.
HKP. Okay, so I'm looking at the same bracket you just did. I mean, the fact that they, in the pools phase, actually had to drop down to Kekasal and still have made it this far, that is definitely impressive, like you just rattled off there. But on the flip side, Kusi, I mean, they have just been playing very well today, able to beat Corks in the winner's side after pools 3-1. Then dropping down, losing to Soul Rifle 3-0. That was not an easy match for them.
Well, and it's been kind of interesting too, because like even if you go back and look at their run so far, you know, 2-1 in winners quarters of their pool.
Yeah.
3-1 against Brunch in winners semis of their pool.
Yeah.
I mean, Kusi arguably has not been playing to his standards so far this tournament. And we saw it when he went up against Soul Rifle, because it really looked like Soul Rifle, who is in that same top 5 conversation with Kusi, runs circles around him. So is this a second for him to reset? Can he have one last set in him to make it into top 8 and kind of reset for tomorrow? We shall see. We have Ori versus Zetter. Historically tough matchup for Zetter just because of how well Ori can cover that recovery.
Yep.
However, Ori's not the heaviest character in the world, and one fire down strong or one fire up strong, probably going to take out 60-70% depending on where they are on the stage.
Yeah, so like you were saying, with some of those dents in the armor from earlier today, if you're creating openings for Zetter to be able to get off that one combo to put you on fire and get those early kills, that could be the momentum HKP needs in order to be able to take this set. So it's definitely going to be on Kusi to make sure that the gameplay is tight, it's solid, and ends with HKP in the blast zone.
All right, here we are. Game 1. Using the triplats to either advantage here. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, the other big challenge against fighting Zetter is you have to make sure that those combos are tight, because that Shine Fire just is able to just come out frame 2 or 3 and just create those openings that you need.
Yeah, I was actually about to try to look up what frame that was, because I knew it was somewhere in those first initial frames. But lest we forget, we talk about Orcane's downstrong all the time. We don't talk about Zetter's enough. Frame 5.
It's disgusting. I mean, and on top of that, it's got 2 hitboxes, so even if the first one hits, if your opponent tries to roll to avoid the first hit, they're probably going to end up in the second hit if they're trying to stay close to you. But this right here is where the story is going to be made. How well can Kusi get these edge guards on HBK? And conversely, how well can HBK recover? Because Zetter's recovery notoriously exploitable.
He's going to step back here. Wow, just lets him back onto the stage.
Yeah, I mean, HBK does such a good job of saving that jump to make sure that they can keep that offense going once they get back to that ledge, and just try and make some space for themselves when they get back to the stage. But that up air, such a good job comboing horizontal until it eventually becomes that kill move everyone loves. Nice jab check there. Make sure that...
Just get out of dodge, too.
Yeah. I mean, you got the speed to run away. The last thing you want is to let a Zetter get a parry punish on you.
This is tough, too. I feel like just getting that first stock is so important for HKP, because now we really see the maneuverability of Ori come into full effect, especially with someone like Kusi behind the wheel. It's so hard to kill this character.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the one having to hunt them down, it is no easy task when you have to chase down something that feels like it's twice as fast as you, especially with the way Kusi's been moving.
Because listen, this first stock, super even. It is now almost a 3 stock.
How is an Ori living at 215%? That's my question that I want to ask right now.
There it is.
Thank you. Jeez. I mean, to live that long on Tower of Heaven of all stages as an Ori is definitely speaking volumes to how well Kusi's playing right now. I mean, HBK just doing everything they can to get back right now, but Kusi is just standing back, waiting, and letting those openings come to them rather than trying to force the situation here.
I mean, and why not, right? You're only at 10%.
Yeah. Last thing you want is to create an opening for them to come back, but there is going to be no opening with that upper, just sending them straight into the blast zone. And I mean, Kusi is just really looking like they want to tear through this bracket and make sure that there is no doubt in anybody's mind that they deserve to be in that top 8 right now.
Yeah, and it's looking like it, man. Like I said, that first stock, super even. HKP almost had enough there, and then Kusi shut the door on it and slammed it behind him the next 2 stocks.
Yep. Oh my God, jabs into the side explosion there just to make sure that he goes back off stage. And this combo game is definitely looking impressive. Oh, even going for the bash to check the DIN on HKP, and that still allows Kusi to be able to stay on the stage and keep this edge guard going.
Bro, this is rough. Oh, finally gets the wrong pinball flipper there, but still just back to the exact same position we were.
Yep. And just gets out there so that way sign goes where it needs to be to continue that edge guard. Finishes it off with the F-Strong. Only 15% on Ori. And most of that percentage just came from being on fire.
Yep, man.
I mean, this is...
To reference another wise philosopher, Big Sean, there's levels to this sometimes.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Kusi's put this on the hardest difficulty setting for HPK.
Big fair there. But like the maneuverability of Ori's recovery, which you would assume is pretty linear just with that feather there, but like the way he's able to just zip and kind of avoid these aggressive hits.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those deceptive moves because it looks like it's so floaty with how slow it moves. But then all of a sudden you see Ori close it and you just drops like a bullet.
Yeah, man. It's just not looking the best for the HKP stands out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, the way these combos just constantly leading into these consistent edge guards is just got to be frustrating for HKP to deal with right now. So, I mean, they are doing everything they can, finally finding a good dump to send them into the bottom blast zone. But they still have 2 more stocks to overcome, and they are sitting at 99%. This is definitely one combo away from death.
Bashing the fireball too, man. Rough stuff.
Yep. Oh, even backs up to call out the potential cancel on that platform there. Kusi is looking like they have this recovery downloaded right now.
1 more to go, man. That was 2 almost JV3s back-to-back there for Kusi. HKP really has got to change things up here if there's going to be any chance of a game forward.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge is how much can you change up that recovery, because it feels like that's where so much of the damage is being done.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when you start to learn this matchup as any character, not just Ori, especially Ori though, but you literally go, all right, throw him off stage, figure it out from there.
Yep.
And that's just what we've seen over and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, Ori definitely has a lot of tools to be able to do it, and just using that sign charge as well to force out an air dash to keep that combo going. It just shows you how well Kusi
I think he was dead.
Well,
he's dead anyways.
Yeah.
Half a dozen one way, 6 to another. Kusi is on his way to a very confident 3-0 here, unless HKP has something to say about it.
Yeah, getting a quick combo there to start racking up this damage, and this is starting to look like a lion that's coming alive.
Is this Simba? Is this Mufasa? We will find out very soon.
Oh, we're definitely going to need Mufasa if we want to be able to bring this back, and getting that back air to down strong is a good way to start bringing this back.
But Mufasa's the one that dies.
Oh no, he's got a new movie coming out, so he's alive again.
Mufasa does?
Yep, welcome to modern day Disney.
What? all right. Well, anyways, game 3, we'll worry about capitalism in a second. But Kusi, on his way into the money, speaking of, and just absolutely running circles around poor HKP here.
Yeah, it's like, even in that situation, it's like there's only so many angles you have with that up B, so you can't really get aggressive with it. So all Kusi has to do is just sit back, wait for it to come out, and just send him right back off with that up air.
Jesus.
Yep, pulls him up with the sign and power F strong, and that is going to be a stock said goodbye to.
Man,
yeah,
it's not much to say here, right?
The gameplay speaks for itself at this point.
HKP trying really hard to just like find a neutral moment, but Kusi just so good behind him, gonna avoid that last back air.
But just
Tippy taps.
Opens it up to stop the down special as well. Gets the final bash, spinning the pointer, and just closing this out confidently. Holy cow.
Beat him like he owes him money. Jesus. HKP, thanks for coming, man. Finishing 9th at Riptide, though. No small feat and a hell of a